A pleasant morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the graduation ceremony of the elementary learners of Manticao Central School with the theme, Strengthening the Quality of Education amid the COVID-19 pandemic. The virtual program shall now commence. Let us pay tribute to our God and country by singing the Philippine National Anthem, to be followed by an invocation, the regional hymn, and the Misamis Oriental March.
Tayo po ay tumayo para sa pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiin. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bughaw, may dilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning. Ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng luwalhati't pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Let's bow our heads and place ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for gathering all of us today in this important event. Bless everyone present here today, that each one of us may be able to share what he or she have for your glory and honor. We pray for our graduates today and lift them before you. We ask for your peace to cover them. We ask for laughter and joy to fill their days. We pray that you would give them boldness and courage to face challenges set before them, with the confidence of peace that can only come from your Spirit. Be a lamp for their feet and a light to their path. Shine over them. Fill them with your Spirit. May today be a memory that burns bright within them as they embark on life's great adventure. May the various activities related to this event be a success through your intervention. We ask all of this in your name. Amen.
buhay, himahal na mong natawan. Mauswagon, masidlakon, malipayon, pagpala sa katahon. Magpapiling taning kasing-kasing, ang kabanaan o kamalipayon. Isa kanunay gugmaang magpaibabaw, ang kahon sa'yo kanina. Mabuhay ang iyang Mindanao, Yutan na among natawan. Bisag usab man kaliwat, kami na minahalan. Sa buhat o katuyuan, simbolo sa kagawasan. Magpabiling na magkahinusa, kadahugan sa tanan. Mabuhay ang iyong Mindanao, Yutan na among natawan. Bisag-usab man kaliwat, kami na minahalay. Sa buhat o katuyuan, simbolo sa kagawasan. Magpabiling na magkahinusa, kadahugan sa tanan. Magpabiling na magkahinusa, kadahugan sa tanan.
Sa amihan ng dapit, tingiyukan Mindanao, may kawawat kalusot, tulugan at bayan. Siyudad sa Iloilo, Cagayan at Salvador, mao ang lalawigan. Misamis Oriental ang lalawigan, Misamis Oriental, ikaw ang mahal. Ang yuta sa among mga ginikanan, kang bathala na bulahan, kang bathala na bulahan. Sa imong sabakan, natawo ang katawhan, tungganan mga bangkugan, ug daghang pugian. Ang imong kabukiran, matagong lapyahan, kini among ampingan. Misamis Oriental ang lalawigan, Misamis Oriental, ikaw ang mahal. Ang yuta sa among mga ginikanan, kang bathala na bulahan, kang bathala na bulahan.
The Assistant School Principal, Mrs. Helen T. Beniga, will now formally open the 76th graduation ceremony of Manticao Central School.
To our school's division superintendent, Dr. Jonathan S. De La Peña, CISO 5, and Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Nelva Arlago, the GPTA President and officers, the guest speaker, the different department heads, the faculty and staff, and to the candidates for graduation, parents, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. The graduation ceremony of the elementary school learners of Manticao Central School is hereby declared in session.
The welcome address will now be given by Kirsten Claire D. Bahian.
To our distinguished guests, to our school's division superintendent, Dr. Jonathan S. De La Peña, to our beloved district supervisor, Mr. Jerry G. Fabria, to our school principal, Dr. Lucia L. Sabayanan, to our assistant school principal, Ms. Helen T. Benega, to our very supportive General Federated PTA President, Mr. Michael Hambre Sr., teachers, staff, proud parents, fellow graduating grade 6 learners, friends, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is my very great pleasure to welcome you all to the 76th graduation ceremony of Manticao Central School for this school year 2020-2021 with the theme Strengthening the Quality of Education Amid the COVID-19 Pandemic. This year's theme strengthened us to continue building ourselves through education despite all the challenges that we experience. As our DepEd Secretary Berquiones had said, that education must continue. There were hesitations among educational system, students, and parents. But now, we are the proof that education is within reach because of the different distance learning modalities. Indeed, this moment plays vital role in the chapter of our life. And thanks to God, we made it. Once again, I welcome you all to our virtual graduation ceremony.
At this point, we shall now hear the message of our school's Division Superintendent, Dr. Jonathan S. de la Peña, and Deputy Secretary Leonor M. Briones.
If you don't go after what you want, you will never have it. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. If you don't step forward, you are always in the same place. Your graduation today is a milestone that marks how far you have traveled and what significant change have you made in your life. It is an important milestone as it signifies the acquisition of necessary competence, character, and credentials which allow you to confidently move to the next phase of your educational journey. I take pride in your achievement, which has become even more meaningful as the final stretch of your journey has been arduous. Each of you now exemplifies endurance and flexibility, which have long been considered as unique Filipino character. Both folkloric and historical, the Filipino is likened to a bamboo that bends with the wind and can survive a storm. More than resilience, we have strengthened our bayanihan spirit. I commend the school officials, teachers, and personnel for making everything possible, from writing and printing modules to ensuring that new modalities work for our learners. I also express my appreciation to the parents for playing unprecedented roles, especially when we transition to modular learning in the learners' learning spaces at home. Their participation to educating our children has been remarkable. I also express my gratitude to our government officials and stakeholders for providing us resources that we needed and for giving us hope and encouragement to continue doing our job. To our young graduates, you will be written in the history, for you emerged from unique circumstances. Step forward with pride and confidence. Pride for completing and hurdling a specific level of education, and confidence for the assurance that you have become 21st century learners who are competent, resilient, and independent. Warmest congratulations on your achievement.
Good day to each and everyone who is attending virtually present at this time of our graduation ceremonies for our beloved and very precious graduates for the school year which ends at this time. First of all, I'd like to greet the parents and family members without whose sacrifices, whose reminders, and whose participation in the learning process for our graduates have resulted in this culmination program. Uh, this year, your role has changed drastically, where we've always believed that the matter of educating our children rests nearly exclusively on our teachers and our staff. This time, you parents, you family members, you who are in the households of our learners have expanded your role and contributed to this wonderful day wherein finally, our learners are graduating in this culmination exercise. So, congratulations, because this year has not been very easy, has not been a picnic for our teachers, for our family members, as well, especially the parents, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, and all who have contributed to the achievement of our learners at this time. So, maraming salamat at congratulations, parents and family members. Mas malaki ang role ninyo at this time compared to earlier graduation exercises. Secondly, I would also like to greet our teachers, without whose very careful review and careful supervision of the work of our pupils and our learners, this event would not be taking place at all. And so, thank you, teachers. Your role has also expanded. In addition to seeing to it that the modules are faithfully followed, the assignments are correctly implemented, and the learners are truly learning, and you have had to deal with new ways of assessing the performance also of the learners. So, congratulations, teachers, for enduring, for your patience, for your love for our learners, and your willingness to engage in a way and methods of teaching which are different from those which are used to. Assessment must have been especially difficult for you, especially since you were not able to see most of the time our students in face-to-face meetings, and most of the meetings, of course, were virtual. We'd also like to thank the local government units for their interest, for their cooperation, and for their continuing contributions to the needs of education, even as our children do not go to school. Your donations of material as well as financial resources at this time are most welcome, and your advice has been taken seriously not only by our teachers, by our school officials, but also by our officials in the Department of Education. We continually talk with local government units, especially in times of disaster, in times of great need for classrooms, for space, and for responses to unforeseen emergencies. Thank you, local government units. But of course, most of the congratulatory greetings fall on the deserving graduate. Each and every one of you is truly special. You are different from the other graduates who have passed through the portals of your school. You went to school practically without seeing your teachers, if at all. You went to school with your parents, your mothers, and your fathers hovering over your shoulders and seeing to it that you are able to complete your assignments. You are completing your studies at a time when examinations and assessments are different. You are culminating these long months of hard work at this time, even as you have to do family chores, even as you are distracted, and even as your world has turned upside down, and it seems and it appears as if we don't know what the future holds and what will happen next. But you have persevered, and now you are ready to graduate. And therefore, you deserve each and every bit of congratulations from us in the Department of Education, from your parents and family members, your teachers, from the officials in local government, as well as in the parent teachers associations. You deserve each and every single congratulatory pat on your back, each hug virtually, of course, and each greeting, which I am sure you are also receiving virtually. I don't know if you will remember this event many, many years from now. I have tried to recall myself who our graduation speaker was when I finished high school and when I finished my college studies. All I remember is that the graduation speaker was someone important, someone who was invited because that someone is supposed to give a message. What was more important to us graduates at that time was the excitement of the celebrations, the happiness and the joy of our parents, the sadness of parting from our classmates and from our teachers, and the enjoyment of all the graduation events that usually take place come commencement day. When I was a college student, we had a series of events which were designed to embed in our minds, which were designed to help us remember and not forget our days in college. We would spend one whole day going around the campus, visiting the classrooms, saying goodbye to our teachers, and sharing memories. We would have bonfires to say goodbye to each other. We had baccalaureate services where we committed ourselves to God and we prayed for guidance when we go out into the world. So many celebrations, and the speaker, of course, is the least important and easily forgotten component of the graduation exercise. Nonetheless, I will exert all efforts to share with you what I see are things or issues which a graduate should remember and recall. I have said that you are very special. You are very different. You are pioneering. There has been no other class like your class. There has been no other graduate like you as a graduating student because you are the very first graduate of the blended learning response to education in the Philippines. And so you ask yourself, what awaits you in the world outside? You can either work because the kind of curriculum you survived and underwent as a student will enable you to go to work if you wish to go to work. Some of you will proceed to further studies, and this would be a wonderful thing because there are many opportunities for further expanding your knowledge, for further answering and looking for explanations of issues, events that make you curious, especially in science, in technology, and also in the arts. So you can work, you can go to further studies, and perhaps some of you will settle down, hopefully not too soon, so you can pursue what you really want to do. So today, this is why we call this exercise a commencement exercise. It's not the end of our studies. It's not the end of all our efforts with blended learning, with modules, with floods, with earthquakes, and of course with COVID. It's a commencement of doors opening to you. More doors will be opened because you are a graduate. You can work, you can proceed for further studies, you can help your parents, and you can perhaps look for opportunities to do what you have always wanted to do, whether at work, whether at advanced studies, whether at learning more in science and technology, in mathematics, and in the arts. All of these opportunities are available to you. More doors are being opened. I hope you will select the door which arouses your curiosity, the door which will help you know more about this world, and the door which will allow you to contribute to the development of our country and contribute whatever we can to solve our problems and our challenges. Congratulations once more to each and every one of you. Congratulations to you, parents and family members. Congratulations to you, teachers. When I was chair of the board of Silliman University, each time we had graduation ceremonies during the baccalaureate and during commencement itself, I would cry. I would cry because you are sending out into the world a new batch of graduates, and we want to be sure that what is awaiting them is appropriate. We want to be sure that they are ready for what awaits them when they select which door to open. And so we tell you, go out to the world, do whatever you want to do. God be with you, and be sure, be assured that all of us love each and every one of you. Congratulations.
The school principal, Dr. Lucia L. Sabayanan, will now present the grade 6 candidates for graduation. and to be followed by the confirmation of the candidates by the school's Division Superintendent, Dr. Jonathan de la Peña.
Dr. Jonathan de la Peña, Schools Division Superintendent of the Division of Misamis Oriental, I have the honor to present to you the candidates for graduation of Manticao Central School for the school year 2020-2021, of whom 94 are male, 86 are female, a total of 180 grade 6 learners who have satisfactorily completed the requirements of the K-12 Basic Education Curriculum, elementary school level of the Department of Education. May I therefore request you to confirm their graduation.
By the authority vested in me as Schools Division Superintendent of the Department of Education, Division of Misamis Oriental, and upon certification of your school principal that you have satisfactorily completed the basic requirements prescribed by the Department of Education under the K-12 Basic Education Curriculum, I now confirm you graduates of this school year 2020-2021. Congratulations.
The distribution of diploma shall now follow. Ladies and gentlemen, the elementary school graduates of Manticao Central School, class of 2021. Grade 6 Trustworthy. Ronnie M. Abilia Jr. J.B. Baa. Ronnie Del I. Cabasan. Harrison Ford T. Cagais. Mark Royce P. Campo. Devon J. T. Dalumangkad. Hugh Ivan R. Ilatico. Beckley R. Galagnara. Michael Jr. E. Hambre. Ken Ray John G. Lasola. Kirk Nathan B. Malyao. Kent Joshua T. Seno. Chris A. Taganas. Dave Andre A. Tingkang. Zachary Miguel M. Trumata. Ryuki Ken P. Orhilio. North James P. Viola. Art Lloyd C. Yapak. Lovely A. Bagnaran. Kirsten Claire D. Bahian. Janela Nina T. Bornea. Rofa Jane B. De La Cruz. Kyle M. Donaldo. April Lynn S. Faustino. Ann May C. Halaga. Chien Elizra C. Lau. Kyle B. Morino. Micaela L. Oliveros. Afra Clarice Evaden L. Pacana. Zyrene Desiree Zin M. Perales. Faith Priscia Ree G. Punay. Zivon Florence M. Rabor. Lady Joy H. Ranara. Ayana H. Ratonil. Aliana Obeth R. Tagarda. Grade 6 Reliable. John B. Arijola, Amir Jafil M. Baculio, Dave E. Batulan, Edmar Jr. S. Billones, Gian A. Cagadas, Ram R. Dapiton, Roy Val Jr. D. Don, John Michael Angelo T. Glendro, Ray Estevan C. Gumonay, Howie Hampang, Miguel Angelo E. Hagunal, Benjo M. Labadan, Gian P. Malyao, Arnold J. D. Manimog, Kyle C. Namok, Vic Norwayne A. Samson, Res Gabriel N. Santamina, Miguel Edward A. Shakur, Kent Brian P. Sombilon, Ju Carlo S. Tan, John Vincent G. Villanueva, Queen Heart T. Antueni, Crystal Claire D. Kagungao, Mariel S. Clarin, Princess Pinay M. Daligdig, R. Villiers Rose E. Hobrero, Hannah Marie H. Oxton, Mariel B. Loronio, April Rasmir G. Umanda, Casey A. Portalio, Marian D. Ratonil, Cheska P. Salvania, Colombia D. Satur, Frenzy Jane Osuan, Kiara Yvonne B. Sunugan, Lalaine Faith D. Yabo, Grade 6 Cooperative, Ethan Abelia, Leveropo III A. Bakay, Emuel C. Balaba, Dale Jefferson S. Balarias, John Ray U. Batahoy, Alexander M. Capellanes, Andre J. Ibal, Ben Jairo O. Iana, Carl Anthony E. Generala, Rick Jamel D. Limocon, Jasper Josh V. Magan, Mark John A. Manguba, James Ryan U. Roldan, Jolson M. Sunugan, Alvin D. Tabulong, Jairo Dave M. Uray, Rico P. Villosido, Celine J. M. Alcantara, Jenilyn Amper, Ashley Nicole S. Aruza, Honey S. Aruza, Rexel Hart D. Balagta, Venice Rosel C. Barquero, Jean S. Bermeo, Eliza M. Bungan, Emerald Jane Francesca N. Clamonte, Trixie Claire C. Habla, Quanny Gray C. Kimayo, Shania Queen L. Lapinig, Yoti May M. Macasero, Jamaica P. Magarao, Shane A. Mancao, Aloha A. Naive, April Grace M. Paculba, Riza Camille Simania, Joravel T. Vallejera. Grade 6 Truthful. Norsen B. Bantao, AJ K. Bertolfo, Mark Ruhan E. Cabasan, Mike Y. Dragon, John Lester J. Estrellada, Benji Junior P. Gaid, Ruel Junior L. Gomez, Sairad Suyen B. Gebenkan, Ri J. John M. Hagunal, Rian G. Hangao, Chris E. Lagrosas, Mark Chanray R. Laulau, Hanfield G. Lee, Lance J. S. Maghanon, Wendell J. Paculba, Edward M. Requina, Nico J. S. Visitacion, Nicole G. Abalde, Mary Joy A. Abellanoza, Dorlene L. Asibes, Jerica P. Bayawa, Isaiah A. Katubig, Kisha D. Diser, Talia Regina R. Fernandez, Michelle Ann B. Las Piñas, Mary Antoinette T. Loren, Jillian A. Malungo, Valerie Dane E. Novino, Gian T. Rimiticado, Marichu D. Roa, Vian Grace M. Rojas, Safeya A. Sandejo, Winnie S. Sayagnao, Alchi E. Takubo, Justine May T. Tanyeka, Catrice R. Villanueva, Grade 6 Loyal. Raymark P. Bahian, Ronel P. Balukan, Armand Jr. D. Cabasan, Ken Ervin Y. Quadra, Nizar O. Daligdig, Gerard M. De La Cruz, Noel Jr. M. Dulugin, John Noel C. Jimenia, Charles Daniel M. Macasero, Charvy Magarao, Jonah Q. Maghanoy, Meliton III C. Maghanoy, Justine E. Niaga, Ken Job Harold V. Ontong, Vanessa L. Ratonil, Reggie Y. Requentosa, Christian Ray G. Sabiron, David Sebastian A. Sabiron, Christian D. Ubanan, Jillian T. Vitamor, Richard Jr. S. Sate, Rosel C. Allen, ICL Anuos, Lalaine S. Brandares, Maria Jose S. Escalante, Jennifer M. Galarpe, Vanessa D. Hipolito, Ken C. Habagat, Welfrelen Longakit, Rena Shelo J. Narbaza, J. Ann May A. Oribia, Rose B. Urong, Jinky A. Pamesa, Eloisa Grace Q. Paila, Renalyn G. Ratonil, Gia C. Rosaroso, Rosita May S. Tyros, The awarding of academic honors will now take place. Academic Excellence Awardees with honors: Bagnaran Lovely Apelyedo, Bahian Kirsten Claire Dapanas, Bornea Janela Nina Tyros, Campo Mark Royce Pauro, Ilatico Hugh Ivan Rosal, Hambre Michael Jr. Iga, Lau Chien Elizra Katuran, Moreno Sail Batahoy, Oliveros Micaela Larawan, Bacana Afra Clarice Evadin Lirin, Perales Daireen Desiree Zin Monsanto, Cherie Irigan. Senu Kent Joshua Transportes. Tinkang Day Andre Abunitalia. Chumata Zachary Miguel Mirontos. Aurelio Ryuke Ken Paraguso. Congratulations to our Academic Excellence Awardees. On behalf of the grade 6 graduates, Faith Christia Rigi Punay will now give her message.
To our distinguished guest, to our school's division superintendent, Dr. Jonathan S. De La Peña, to our beloved district supervisor, Mr. Jerry G. Fabrea, to our school principal, Dr. Lucia L. Sabayanan, to our assistant school principal, Ms. Helen T. Biniga, to our very supportive General Federated PTA President, Mr. Michael Humphrey Sr., teaching and non-teaching staff, parents, graduates, a pleasant day to everyone. Today, we celebrate success as we close the elementary chapter of our education and start to begin another journey as we open the chapter of being junior high school students. This graduation ceremony remarks a tremendous journey to all students like me. Upon struggling the new form of education, as we struggle in answering modules, activities, performance tasks that made us exhausted and tend of giving up, but challenges are part of being a student. Hence, for this year's theme, strengthening the quality of education amid the COVID-19 pandemic, brought challenges among finances, educational status, and more on health aspect, whom I merely remember how happy we were as we entered the portal of our classroom, as we greet our teachers, cleaning the classroom, the noise in every corner of the classroom, the oral recitation, but most especially the chit-chat with my friends will now just become a memory. This batch is somehow called COVID-19 deprived us from educational opportunities such experiencing school activities, collaborating with other students, but still we were blessed as we celebrate harmony upon strengthening family love, self-love, and individual health as our life were restricted upon doing it because of the IATF protocols that hinder us, wherein a home becomes a classroom, and a frontage of our house becomes a playground, and our mother becomes a teacher. Despite of all this, we will still fortunate to continue our education. To the teachers and staff of this institution, thank you for unfathomable, heartfelt gratitude upon sharing your expertise, love, and care in this darkness, our humanity, as you lit the torch of hope among us. To batch 2020-2021, fly high and aim high. Congratulations to one of us.
This time, Mrs. Jean Sidauhug, Master Teacher 2 of Manticao Central School, shall introduce our guest speaker.
Today, this task of introducing our guest speaker is a great privilege. I know this one is difficult, but the thought that he is a man of virtue and integrity, I feel elated to introduce him to everyone today. After all, he is a living inspiration to the young ones, our children, the graduates. Our crowning guest was born on the 17th of August in 1983 at a secluded barangay of Patag, Manticao, Misamis Oriental. the sixth of the 9 children of the late Eugenio Pendan Sr. and Fe Palafox, exchanged vows with Dr. Helen Grace Bordalba, a pediatrician by profession. Possessing the basic ingredients in attaining success, he is a competent pupil of Manticao Central School and obviously one of the greatest pride of his batch in the year 1996. He then went to the Sisters of Mary Boys Town School in Minglanillas, Cebu for his secondary. Mindanao State University Iligan Institute of Technology is his tertiary alma mater, where he earned his degree in Bachelor of Science in Mathematics. Learning was to him not only an ending, but to be continued with determination and excellence. He pursued graduate studies and earned units in Master of Arts in Science and Statistics, still at MSU IIT. For him, his journey in learning is never ending. There's always gonna be growth, improvement, and adversity. So he just took it all and do what's right, continue to grow. In the year 2006, he got his diploma in professional education at Cebu Technical University. With a sense of one's own worth, he finally took his diploma of master's degree in science and mathematics in 2009 at the University of San Carlos. Never contented in his search for knowledge, he also took Bachelor of Laws and earned units. If one takes a closer look at the alchemy of the achieving person, two distinct virtues pop up. Besides perseverance and hard work, these are the pioneering spirit and willingness. Our guest speaker for today is a living idiom of a young man who happened to be born at the right time and at the right place. Coupled with an impressive performance, it is not therefore surprising that he was declared champion in the University of the Philippines Cebu Inter-School Math Olympiad in the year 1999, topped first in the Iligan City Mayor's Scholarship Examination, and garnered another champion banner in the year 2002 in MEZU IIT's annual Search for Math Wizard. Got his government eligibility in Career Service Professional in the year 2004 and his licensure examination for teachers in August of 2006. When asked about him, who is he, may not be a surprise. After all, he had become the person he is now because of the virtues and values that he was developed and nurtured in him. His secondary alma mater, the Sisters of Mary Boys Town School, hired him to the most advantaged of the institution as a mathematics instructor. He was an associate professor and an officer in charge, dean of the College of Arts and Sciences of Vélez College, Cebu City. At present, he is the vice chairman of the board of directors of Aloysian Credit Cooperative, the manager of the Math Whiz tutorial services. While at the same time, he is currently the statistical data analyst and medical researches, including the COVID-19 research in different medical health providers in Cebu City, namely the Chong Hua Hospital, the Vicente Soto Memorial Medical Center, and the Perpetual Succor Hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present our guest speaker, the pride of Manticao, a certified mathematician. Please help me welcome Mr. Ray Palafox Penda.
Thank you so much, Miss Jean, for a very warm introduction. Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Jonathan S. De La Peña, District Supervisor, Dr. Jerry G. Fabria, School Principal, Dr. Lucia L. Sabayan, Assistant School Principal, Mrs. Helen T. Binega, General Federated PTA President, Mr. Michael Hambre Senior, distinguished guests, and most especially the graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. The thought of being a speaker now brings me a lot of childhood memories. Dinhi sa to ang pinalanggang Manticao Central School. Ako dahil tuod si Ray Palafox Pendang, also a graduate of Manticao Central School. Kami ang batch 1996. And for all you know, kaning mga batch 1996, mga competitive kay nimi. Grabe, kami na siguro ang pinaka kadaghan na kasabaan sa mga teachers tungod sa among kasaba. Well, saba mi kay naglalis mi sa mga answers. Saba mi kay naay nagdebate diha og relihiyon or saba mi kay naay nagdebate diha og mga spaceship or mga science. Basta daghay bright sa mo ang batch. Grabe to among mga batch. Daghay successful. Naay mga doctors, nurses, teachers, accountant, engineers, na apoy nag-serve sa ato ang armed forces. Daghan niya to ang 96. Now, ang kaning ato ang Manticao Central School, usa ni sa pinakanindot mag-prepare og students. Nindot atong trainings diri. So graduates, before anything else, sa dili pa ta manglakaw, pwede atong pakpakan ato ang alma mater, ang Manticao Central School. Now, since you are a graduate, so it marks the end of your elementary years. And of course, atong dawaton ang kamatuoran nga padung nata mulabang og high school. But prior to that, my dear graduates, allow me to share with you some of the tips, I may say formulas, or steps na pwedeng makatabang ninyo on your next journey. And there are only 5 of them. Lima ra ni maora gyud ni akong message for you guys for this morning. Now, I am not saying na epektibo ni siya, pero sa ako nakatabang siya. Dili man ko dako na og naabtan, pero nakaalingkawas lang gamay. Kay ako di ay diha man ko natawo sa patag, unya diha po ko nagdako sa patag. So, siyempre, ang kinabuhi sa patag, mag-uma man gyud. Sama sa pagtanom og mais, pagkupras anang lubi, maghakot, siyempre magsanggi sa mais, magtanom og kanang humay nga kapoy kayo wala kay kasilungan kay grabe ka init. So nakaagi pud ko ana familiar kay ng mga butanga magtuba og saging, maghakot sa saging, magkuan og kaka, yes, or spider, mamayabas, mga ligog suba, kuyog ang classmates nga malate inig balik nga masilutan ni Miss Tan. Anyway, so one of the important childhood memories nga dili gid nato malimtan. Now, to begin with your next journey, daghan kag dapat i-consider. One of them is to determine your starting point. We call that one, in my case, I'm going to label it as acceptance. That is going to be our starting point. Then next, you set your goal or goal setting. Then number 3, implement your initial plan. Then number 4, now you can start innovating to get the desired result. And number 5, you need to have a grit. So we will discuss it one by one. Starting off with acceptance. Mga pinalangga kong graduates of this batch 2001, kamo man gyud ang gitawag nga COVID graduates, I know dili sayon inyong giagian. I know that lisod ang mo adjust gikan sa face to face padung aning gitawag nga new normal. Kaning usahay makaingon ka hustle nga module pero wala kay mahimo kay mao naman ay style ron. Usahay imong mama mo tabang, usahay dili. Usahay si teacher imong maestra malipay nimo, usahay dili. Usahay magpakopya imong classmate, usahay dili pod. Pero kasagaran wala na kay lagyo naman mo. So, it's important to celebrate nga nahuman na ka sa imong pagka-elementary. Mo na, dawaton nimo ang kamatuoran nga nalampasan gyud nimo, na-graduate jud ka. So, gidawat ba nimo nga ni-graduate na ka? So, mo na yung mga guide questions. Usa sa mga guide questions inyo mong i-address. Dawat ka nga ni-graduate na ka. Graduate naman gyud ka. Mao naman gyud ning pitsaha ron. Sunod, nituog gyud ka nga ni-graduate ka. Mutuo ka na or hangtod karon galibog pa ka nga nung graduate pa ka mo nang maglisod kag dawat. But anyway, whatever is the case, ingon pa nila, ang pagdawat sa kamatuoran usahay sakit pero mao man sad ang makahatag nimo og kagawasan. So dawat ta. Sunod, kana siya inighuman nimog dawat tanan, we now set our gitawag natog point of reference. Kumusta ang imuhang pamilya? Kumusta man ka? Kumusta imong silingan? Kumusta imong mga classmates? So, unsay plano? Pero, asa man kami eskwela? So, whatever is the decision, we are very certain nga mahandol na nato, guys, graduates, tungod kay gi-prepare gyud ta ni Manticao Central School for our next journey. Makita nimo, bisag kaniya atong eskwelahan gikan sa una hangtod karon mao ra ning naunga pero ang training diri, ang products diri gikan sa una pud hangtod karon way paglubad. Makita man sad ninyo sa resulta. Unsa ra biya ni nga ang gitawag nga munisipyo. Probinsya ra man kay ta. Pero nganong inig-eskwela dito sa Cagayan, inig-eskwela sa Iligan, inig-eskwela sa Cebu, kung sa manok pa makabuno mong gyud ta. Nganong makalagad mo gyud tag dagkong scores. Tungod na sa atong mga teachers nga naa diri, nagiandam ta nilag maayo, gi-prepare ta nila maayo for the next battle. So again, once again, pakpakan na to atong mga teachers o mga parents nga grabe ka support. Sunod is goal setting. Diri na. Mag-set na ta og goal. Naatay gitawag nga short-term goal ug naabot tay gitawag nga long-term goal. So sa short-term goal is so sa mga guide questions nga inyong tubagon, what will you do now? Now that you have graduated? Now that you are about to graduate? Say buhaton nimo ugma, sunod adlaw, sunod semana, magunsa man ka? Graduate naman ka. So pwede pod moingon ka nga motabang lang sa ako og daro didto sa among daruhan. Motabang lang sa akong pamaligya isda, motabang lang sa akong panagat, tabang lang akong kupras og lubi. Say plano. Or mag-relax lang sa ako gamay or magbakasyon lang sa ka. So mo na yung mga short-term goal while waiting. Of course, ayaw gyud kalimti ang pagunahuna. Nga kaning imo ang pag-relax o pagbakasyon ron. Gamay ra kay ni. Kay ang imong long-term goal padung nag-start. So, next nimong atupagon, asa di ka kung eskwela, no? Kanara bang after 1 week wa kay buhaton, wa kay lingaw? Mag-start na ka og libog, asa di ka kung eskwela? So, you talk to your parents. Ano, ang pag-eskwela man good, dili pud di estudyante ray magbuot kay sila mo eskwela. Dili pud nga ang ginikanan ray magbuot kay sila mo gasto. Ang pag-eskwela, naay consultation on both parties. Istorya si mama, nga diri nga school nindot ni og training. Istorya po si papa nga kani, kuya o kani, ma-afford ta ni. Kani murag alanganin ta ani. Unya mo istorya po si anak, nga pa mura maglisod kay na diha, ingon sila lisod kuno kay nang eskwelahan na, murag di na ko kaya diha, bigti ta na. So it is going to be a decision to be made by the family or the persons concerned. Imong mama, imong papa, ang kalayon, ang safety. And sunod na pod nimo unahon-naon ang other expenses. Ang pamasahe kada adlaw, mamiliti ba ka padung didto? Mag-boarding house ba ka? Safety ra ba ka na diyang lugar basig daghang adik diha or daghang tambay diha or basin daghang COVID cases diha. And then wala pa ka na fully vaccinated. So, magpabakuna dahil tuod ta tanan ha para makalingkawas ta aning ato ang COVID karon. Then sunod, are you ready to have face-to-face class? Andam na ba ka sa face-to-face na class? Nga moabutay? Di punta ka sure no kung tinuod na ba ni? Or basin hangtod karon wala pa ka adjust sa module. So if naa ka na nga pangutana, then there must be something wrong with you. Kay if your goal is to, of course, ang next goal mo guni mo after elementary, mag high school, good. So naay mga nagamit sa una, na posibleng dili na magamit ron. So but whatever is the case, ang imo ra yung buhaton is to implement your initial plan mo na atong ikatulong nga step. After deciding kung asa ka mo eskwela, implement na your initial plan. Ang first diha nga question, ayaw kahadlok nga high school na. Kay pareha ra bitaw mo gikag elementary, imong classmates gikan sa nag-elementary, imong mama niagi po nag high school, imong igsuon, imong maguwang niagi po nag high school. So may karon, sir, di pa man gud ko ready mag high school. It's all right. You will not be ready anyway. Kanus among ka ma-ready, di mo gyapon na moabot. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to get started. Oh, so good na. Of course, you will fail along the way. Dili tibok pag eskwela nimo high school nindot. Kami among na-experience upat man mi sa Lucky, niari og Cebu, ako, si Doc Permites, si Sir Miranda ug si kani atong master electrician Luloy Cliff Pututan. Upat mi ningadto sa Boys Town. Dayon sa Girls Town silang Ma'am Shelo Elizalde, himintisa na ron. Shout out kang Butsoy di ay siyang bana. Si Vicky Cabanas. Yes, I forgot her last name now nga karon nga naminyo na siya. So ang adjustment among gibuhat didto pag sulod na mo 1 week after ni graduate mi elementary diya sa Manticao, diretso na din may biyahe didto sa Sisters of Mary Boys Town School. Gikan sa Manticao nga naara ta diya gatuyok-tuyok sa lapad, mukalit na din may biyahe sa Cebu kay nakapasar mi sa scholarship. One of the adjustments we made was unsaon pag cope up sa kamingaw. Mingaw in taon kaayo kay narami sa sulod. Pero ako pong ginahuna sa kong kaugalingon, kung muhilak ko, di man po ko ganahan mo ulig patag. So ganahan mo po ko nga mo padayon og eskwela dire sa Sisters of Mary Boys Town. Kay ingon sila nindot man gyud ang training. So ako una-una di na lang ko muhilak. Mas may na lang dire libre kaon, libre eskwela. Kaysa mauli ko dito og dili maka-harvest og mais, walay bugas. Dili makasanggi og mais, walay bugas, di ba? Mubalik ko dito sa bukid, mas kapoy man. Dire na lang ko sa Sisters of Mary Boys Town. Naapay swimming pool. Daghan pag basketanan. So libre pa kaon kada kaon bagting. Kada bagting kaon. Oh, muna yung mong sugilanon. So, of course, there will be no's and not so nice comments. Sa kung sa imong sugdan, i-implement nimo ang imong initial plan, may it be for the teachers kung na kay bagong i-implement, dili gyud na muo tanan, dili po na makauyon tanan. Napoy dili mo tuo. Naay mo uyo, napoy mo tuo. Then, after implementing your initial plan, you are going to evaluate, am I satisfied with the initial results upon implementing my initial plan? Satisfied ba ka? Kung diha ra ka sa, for example, kung diha ka ni eskwela sa Manticao lang, kaya di ka ganahan malayo sa imong magpapa kay mingawon ka, let's say, sa naawan ka ni eskwela, first nimong una-hunaon, kumusta? Wala ba ka na late? Kanang mobiyahe ka, assuming face-to-face na, mobiyahe para ba from Manticao to naawan, na late ka? Wala. Ikaduha nimong question, kumusta imong mga scores? Okay ba or dili? Kumusta imong friends? Nagkasinabot ra ba mo or wala with your new classmates? So, mo na imong pag-implement sa initial plan. For the parents, karon nga high school na ang mga anak nimo, unsa ang imong anak, unsa may imong adjustment. Kung naajud kay bag-ong buhaton, nag-implement nimo sa imong bago nga pahilo na, inigsuway nimo ana, do you think okay na diretso? Of course, mo ana-anay adjustments, mo agi nagproseso. So, imong buhaton, ang imong buhaton gud mangutana ra kasi imong kaugalingon, are you satisfied with the initial result? upon implementing your initial plan. Of course, siguro yung ban, maayo kayo, or na mga students bright kayo, prelim pa lang, first exam pa lang sa high school, wala na, dako diretso grado. But if ang imong score kay gamay, so it's about time to make some innovation. You can start, now you can start innovating to get the desired result. Kay bawo mo, sa COVID, daghay mga business nga na lugi tungod kay wala sila naka-innovate, wala sila naka-adapt, wala sila nakakita og way nga pwede ra day online payment. Pwede ra man gyud ay dili madtog eskwelahan, mahimo ra man gyud ay ang module. Pero usahay ang module na ang mama ray mosolve. Ang mama ray bahala, ang anak wala ra ga chill ra. So pwede ra gyud di ay mag-innovate ka. Mo nay reason nganong ang uban nilambo. Suppose diri sa COVID, imong business kay mamaligya og isda. Karon kay kuan man, gamay ram bawal lumabas man, gamay ra may maadtong merkado. Dili man gyud inana ka bibo, magsalig ra man kas daga Manticao ug mga silingan kay di man kalabang ang uban, di man kaadtog dali-dali. So you have to innovate. Sa may mong buhaton, mag-post ka sa Facebook nga naa kay baligya nga isda. Then imo ra dayang i-deliver. Sigurado halin na daan. Or padung pa lang dunggo ang mananagat, imo nang ikuan, i-post na Facebook nga naatay isda diri kinsay mo palit para diretso na. Di na ka maghago-hago dito sa merkado. Or kung naa kay hayop imong ibaligya, instead nga mo diretso ka sa matansero or kanang ahente, pwede man mo diretso ka sa buyer, imo lang i-post sa Facebook. Or unsa may lain nimong kuagi magpatabang baka kag baligya sa imong silingan. Or in any way nga mabuhay gyapon ta, mo diskarte gyud ta maning kamot ta. Kay COVID man taron. Sunod, innovation. Sa katong sa una, sige kadtog library karon. Pwede raman di ay mag-research ra sa bahay. Na may kusog man siguro nang dito so maka-research ra. So guys, ini manggog trabaho nato or ginig-implement nato, it doesn't necessarily follow manggod nga nindot diretso ang result. So dili gyud ta moundang og pangitag paagi nga hangtod mo kuanta, mo succeed ta, hangtod mo lampos. In the case of students, ayaw mo gundang kung gamay kag score pangita paglaing paagi para mukuan ka, mudako ang imong score. In the case of teachers, pangita paglaing paagi, laing diskarte para mas ma-deliver nimo ang imong objectives, ang imong lessons sa imong mga estudyante. In the case of the administrators, naman ng mga principal karon, so mangita kag paagi, magamit ba kag evaluation tool to determine if unsa pay laing way para ma-improve ang output sa mga teachers. Unsa ila ang mga problems nga naa karon. So you can measure it and then get data, magtali, and then you interpret or analyze and interpret the result. So you could have a better intervention for you to have the best result possible. In the same way, for students, nag-high school ninyo, daghay challenges ninyong magian. Hagbong ka, okay ra hilak diha. Pag kuan diha, pag maoy. Pero, dilibot pasabot nga inig ka ugma, di na ka magtuon. Balik din kag tuon. Maoy lang gamay. Istorya lang sa imong mama o sa imong papa. Hagbong ka. Pero after ana, balik na igtuon. Ayaw surrender. Example, wa sa kaka-eskwela ron kay walay kwarta, apektado sa COVID. Okay lang, dili man lumbaan na yung pag-eskwela. Ako gani, ga-eskwela pa kay ko ron. Karon ga-eskwela ko og kanang koan. Data science, kaning project Sparta sa DOST. So dili man lumbaanay. Ang importante, happy ka, nalingaw ka, kay bisag kapoy, kaga-smile, ra gyapon ka. So, ang ato ra gyud diri is that ayaw mo og undang pangita og paagi until you succeed. Yes, kay usahay ika 10th try pa, ika napulo pa nga try. hangtod ka mo succeed. Ako, first, nag-eskwela mig Marawi, kami ni Mark Russell, Miranda, dili lalim dito mo na nagyan, nagrido. Balhin na pog IIT. Pag balhin og IIT, pag mahal naman sa IIT, sa Marawi, makakaon ra mo ka dito og 20 sa karinderya atong panahon na. Sa IIT, dili, mga 40, 30, aron ng usa ka meal sa unang panahon. Kaya mga early 2000, year 2000. Sunod, challenge na pod. Nanimpalad na pod may resibo, trabaho. Kay gusto lagay mi eskwela. Nga nagpa-eskwela pod. So when you get the desired result, ayaw na ibutang sa imong ulo. Ibalik na sa Ginoo once you succeed. And then pasalamati itong mga taong nitabang ug ayaw kalimti. Ang mga taong nakatabang nimo once you succeed. Kay dili man ta maabot og asa ta kung wala sila. And once mo succeed na ka, kuan jud ka kanang pasalamat sa Ginoo, then pwede nimo pikpikon ni mga baga for a job well done. Then for dili ka mo succeed, maulang balik na pud ka og innovate. Innovate, pangitag laing paagi, pangita og laing diskarte. Kung bisag unsaon wala gyud or kung ma-realize nimo in the end nga dimday nimo work gyud tanan, dili man gyud ni para ako, okay ra pod. Okay ra sad ug muundang ka or mo surrender ka. If you realize nga dili na ka happy and then di gyud na para imo. Pero for so long as happy ka, naa pa ang chance na makuha, mas maayo ug di jud ka mo kuan, surrender. Ang tawag ana ang grit. Ang grit man God is the attitude of not giving up, to continue what you have started, and that every time you fail, dili ka ma-discourage gyud. Ang imong buhaton, try again, try again, try again. In short, laban lang. Mao na siya ang grit. Laban lang yun, laban, laban, laban. Mahuman ra ng high school, mahuman ra na. The next, mag-college na pod. But of course, guys, whatever is the case, you have to enjoy the process. Way back then, lingaw raman kayo ni diring sa Manticao Central School. Nalingaw raman jud mi. Mga duwa-duwa na mo sa una, damat, dama, napamay duwa sa una nga Rizal-Rizal, daghan kay mig naagi andere. So ang importante lang nga kung asa man ganing mo maabot, my dear graduates, ayaw taon ninyo kalimti kung asa mo gikan nga once in your lifetime naa mo diri sa Manticao Central School, mo ni ang eskwelahan nga unang nagpalig-on sa inyo ang pundasyon sa inyong foundation. Shout out dahil sa tanan akong mga teachers diha pag elementary. I don't know if ma-recall nako, pero first ang grade 1 nako murag si Ma'am Gambito. Ang grade 2 si Ma'am Habagat. Ang grade 3 si Ma'am Sagon. Ang grade 4 si Ma'am D. Yes, mama ni Mimi. Pag grade 5 naabot ko sa section 4 adto ko ka Ma'am Taer. Pag grade 5, siyempre section 1 man ko pa grade 3 o grade 4 na naabot ko sa grade 5, naabot ko section 4 kay dugay ko na enroll kay namatay man akong auntie sa among balay gihaya. So, pag abot na ko sa section 4, ako na itig-check ditong papel. Usa sa ako ang pyramid checkan og papel katong kang sir sa Pico. Nga usahay suguon pug ko niyang palit og kuan, mutso. Gamit iyang bike. And then also, ang pinaka maayog tingog ug pinakagwapa among maestra pa grade 6. Salamat dahil si Ma'am Kaburatan. Thank you so much sa mga lessons nga mong gi-impart sa mga tanan namong subject teachers. Yes, ang mga batch 96 na ningkamot in taon. Unya, pasensya na sa mong kabadlungon sa una. Siguro, tungod ra to sa among pagka-competitors. Grabe, mega competitive. So, for the graduates now, there will be a lot of lessons. Daghan na king batch ni Agi dire. Daghan kay mo pwede makuhaan og lessons inyong mga teachers. Some of them are also a graduate here. Of course, I can speak for my cousin, si Ma'am Gina Madriaga. Si Manang Gina Magyo Hinungdan na speaker ko dire. Yes, kana siya pod usa na siya ka testimonya nga okay gyud ang training diri sa kuan sa Manticao Central School. Manang Gina is pure Manticao nun kay elementary Manticao, high school Manticao, college Manticao, naminyo sa Manticao ug nagtrabaho karon sa Manticao. So siya na ang kanang gitawag nga pinaka-loyal diri sa Manticao. Salamat kayo manang sa imong pag-process pod sa kuang kuan kanang baptismal. Bago lang man ko nagminyo pag March 27. And also, my dear graduates, I hope that na ako'y gamayng na padangat din ha kaninyo nga gamayng pagtuludan. Ato lang tong ibalik ang summary sa 5 ka steps nga akong gina-mention. Number 1, acceptance, ang pagdawat kung unsay imong tinuod nga sitwasyon ron. Kay mao na imo ang gitawag nga starting point. Number 2, ang goal setting, pag-set na og goal, unsay next nimong plano. Number 3, you implement your initial plan. Bahalag dili perfect, bahalag dili ka sure. You just have to get started. And then number 4, now you can start innovating to get the desired result. So kung imong nakita, dili kayo maayo ang resulta, you improve, you innovate, mangitag paagi. Dayon number 5, laban lang yun. Grit. Ayaw sugot nga idiha-diha lang nimo i-give up imong pangandoy. So, I hope na mo'y nakatunan bisan gamay lang. Daghan kayong salamat, Manticao Central School, for this opportunity. Love you all, guys. Congratulations, graduates. This has been Ray Pendang, signing off.
A plaque of appreciation is given to Mr. Ray Palafox Pendang in grateful recognition for his exemplary and invaluable services as the guest speaker of the 76th graduation ceremony of Manticao Central School, which was virtually held on July 10, 2021. Given this 10th day of July 2021 in Manticao, Misamis Oriental. Signed, Lucea L. Sabayanan, PhD, Elementary School Principal 1. Hugh Ivan R. Ilatico will now lead the class of 2021 for their Pledge of Loyalty.
Pledge of Loyalty. To my alma mater, I pledge my loyalty to the lofty ideals for which it stands, to live up to the expectations of my teachers, and to dedicate my life to the service of my people, my country, and my God, in order to be worthy to the pride of my parents, my teachers, and my alma mater, Manticao Central School.
The graduates will now render the Manticao Central School alma mater song and to be followed by their graduation song.
Sing we all so loud and clear, far and near, we raise our voices over mountains, hills, and plains. Bring our ears for us to tell. MCS Manticao Central School. We might not be walking across that stage with the cameras flashing. They've been waiting on our day. It's been a journey, hasn't it? I wouldn't trade a moment. No, I wouldn't change a moment. I'm who I am because of you. Whether we've known each other our whole life or just a year or two. And I'm grateful for the time we put in, getting us to this moment, so we could get to this moment. We may not be throwing our caps in the air, but our spirit will rise anywhere. Remember our hallways filled with memories and friends. I wouldn't trade a moment. No, I wouldn't change a moment. I'm who I am because of you. Whether we've known each other our whole life or just a year or two. And I'm grateful for the good and hard times we've had. They'll get us through life's moments. Yeah, they'll get us through life's moments. If you're over there feeling a little scared about your brand new start, don't get discouraged. Keep showing your courage, 'cause that's who we are. I'm who I am because of you. Whether we've known each other our whole life or just a year or two. And I'm grateful for the times we'll never forget, so we can be in this moment, right here in this moment. I'm grateful for our new beginnings, right here in this moment.
Mr. Armando B. Sumubay, Master Teacher 2 of Manticao Central School, will now formally close the graduation ceremony.
My respect to our very energetic and dynamic Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Jonathan S. de la Peña, our very supportive Father of the District, Mr. Jerry J. Pabria, equally supportive and dynamic School Principal of Manticao Central School, Dr. Lucia L. Sabayanan, with the Assistant School Head, Ms. Helen Talasan Binega, fellow teachers, parents, our stakeholders, and the graduating class of 2021, a pleasant morning to all. On behalf of Manticao Central School, faculty, and staff, allow me to convey my best wishes and profound felicitations to all the graduates and parents of school year 2020-2021. Indeed, finishing this challenging school year during these trying times of COVID-19 pandemic is a memorable one, since it has been inevitable to face and accept the new normal landscape of education. It has been a school year of an extraordinary hard work, dedication, and passion for all school leaders, teachers, learners, and parents in dealing and coping with the chosen learning delivery modality to meet the most essential learning requirements. To all who have made the school year 2020-2021 a successful one, despite the global health crisis, as well as the strict obedience to various health and safety protocols, thank you very much and mabuhay po tayong lahat.
That concludes the virtual graduation ceremony of Manticao Central School. Thank you for joining us in celebrating this momentous occasion. Congratulations, parents, teachers, and staff. Congratulations, graduates, class of 2021. Mabuhay ang DepEd!